Hello, everyone. It is a special episode for everyone here. It's not our usual episode, but we're changing up the game. We brought back someone from the dead.
Yeah.
He's no longer
Mikey V.
He's no longer resting in booze. He is with us today.
I am awake
in the
in
flesh.
booze.
In the flesh. In the flesh. In our hotel
and
room.
blood.
And we also have a special guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, of course. My name is Ari. I'm friends with Mike and also Jon and Mark through association. And so they brought me on for today's special episode, which is a great honor.
Thank you so much
wow,
for being
and a great
here.
honor. That's a high bar.
Are you saying? What do you mean it's a high bar?
We gotta live up now. We can't have Ari on the podcast and then he's like, "Damn!" After the podcast, and I was like, "Damn! I really wasted my time."
No,
Yeah.
you can never waste your
has to be a
time
good
doing
peak.
this.
Yeah, I'm sure we're gonna produce some ace content today. You know, we're
Absolutely.
sharp guys.
Like
What
we
could go
always
Have
wrong?
our hot takes.
Like we always do. So for more context, we decided to take a boys' vacation trip up to Albany
Yes.
to
Dirty
see-
Albs.
to see Mike and Ari and catch up on everybody. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. We're actually in our hotel room recording this, so it's a lot.
It's a very nice hotel. We have bottle service.
It's a very nice hotel, actually.
I did some traveling too. I came from Rochester, New York.
Yeah.
And so Albany's sort of in the middle. So
Yeah.
we met Mike out here, and it's been all good ever since.
Mhm.
We all got here Friday.
Yeah.
Got here all on Friday.
We had
Friday
a crazy
night.
Friday.
Friday night.
Crazy
Yeah.
Friday. Yeah.
We almost
And
didn't go out. I'm happy we did.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I just would like to say, Alyssa's here in spirit.
Alyssa's here in spirit. Yeah, that's
Rest in
right. No
booze.
girls allowed on this episode.
Exactly.
All
Rest in
the
booze.
Sausage
boys.
fest.
It's all the boys.
In honor of the Albany frat houses, it's all men in here.
That's right.
Pause. No.
And we have another special guest.
Dun, 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 dun. We have
He's just not gonna say
that we
anything.
will go by the alias the waiter.
He
the
is
waiter.
the waiter.
Or the intern.
Or the intern. But wait, am I still the intern?
Mark got
Or am I
promoted.
promoted?
You're the
He's
intern's
now
Wait,
a
intern.
are
temp.
you wait, are you in the position to promote?
No,
I provide the booze.
no, you're not.
I provide the booze. I can walk out of here with all my booze.
Oh, that is true.
Right
I'm
down the
one who
drain.
does- No, I promote because
Can I ask for
I'm basically the admin.
Can I ask for a promotion?
Promotion to what?
How about from intern to semi full time?
So part time,
Best
part-time
we could do
employee.
is
In other
graduate
words,
assistant.
employee.
So from intern to part-time employee.
Yes.
I'll think about it.
All right. We'll take that. The audience, tell us in your
And
comments.
would the waiter like to introduce himself?
Hi, I'm Cameron.
Hi, Cameron.
Hi,
Hello,
Cameron.
Wow.
Wait, while we're talking about promotions, though, I have a proposition. Will
Ooh.
you double my pay?
From 0 to you want me to double your zero pay?
Yes,
So 0.
exactly.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Thank you.
I can do
See,
that for you.
I am a master negotiator. This is why I'm in public finance.
John is a generous fellow. I've seen
He
it
is.
firsthand all
How
weekend.
about this? Triple it,
Yeah.
man. Triple it.
Triple it. You know what? Just for you, because I don't get to
Appreciate it.
see you every week anymore.
Yeah.
So I will triple
Can
it.
I ask for a raise?
No,
Wow.
Well,
you've been pretty inconsistent. You've been 1 week you're here, 1 week you're not.
I'm an
You
Albany. I
leave
make
me.
more
You
episodes.
leave me stuck with Alyssa for 2 hours.
I am so sorry.
Oh wow, you're done when she comes back on this,
Which is
on this pod.
which is trouble enough.
do I know
so-
Alyssa?
Possibly, maybe like tangentially.
Nah.
But
Was
you
she
know,
at the graduation party?
I
was
do not
she
believe
at
so.
I don't think so.
Then
No.
I probably
No.
never met
Yeah.
her.
well,
You'll be at the next one.
so we have the special guest, Ari.
Mhm.
You know, coming all the way from Rochester.
Long
Man, that's
drive.
a long drive, man.
Yeah, no stops.
No
Straight
stops.
through. Yeah.
No stopping.
I
Wait, how
just-
long of a drive is that?
It's like 3.5 hours.
Yeah,
Damn.
I made that
Crazy.
drive before. It's just literally
3.5
one
hours?
road.
Yeah.
Just I-90 for 3.5 hours. It's so easy to fall asleep on that road.
Mhm.
Man, were you tailgating people? Were you like get off the road?
Well, I was, mostly I was trying to drive the speed limit.
Mostly.
65, 70, but
Mm.
there was times where I did do 80 for a good stretch here and there
Look,
just because
Nice.
I had to get it over with, I
Some
was
people
go-
say
I was
speed
losing
limit.
my mind.
I say speed suggestion.
Speed suggestion. I like
Pretty
that.
much, yeah. I mean, you see how these cops drive. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is crazy. Like,
Still one of my favorite things that I've done on the road is I was getting tailgated so hard by a cop in like a 45, and he was like, I'm like, all right, if you want to tailgate me, then I'll speed up, and then I sped up,
to a cop?
and he kept tailgating me, so I sped up, so I just sped up until he wasn't tailgating me, he like pushing me to go like freaking 65 and a 40. But what is he gonna do? Like he's like pushing me to drive faster by tailgating me. So.
Listen, you have to think about
that's
context.
That's a good thing to talk about.
Wait, hear me out though.
And
Like,
can you get away with it or not? Or do you
Yeah.
think they'd still pull you over? Like if they're tailgating you to get in front of you?
I'm
cops
not.
can do what they want, but hear me out. I think Ari's not giving the proper consideration.
I think that, unless there's an emergency, that's the whole thing between wants versus needs.
Yes.
I don't know.
Mm.
I think
How
we
do
need a
you-
little more discernment there.
How do you all feel when like cops pass you on the highway? Like, let's say you're going 70 and a cop is like zooming past you, just like not even with the sirens blazing, just like probably going 90, and you're like, damn, should
Just
I
chilling.
speed up? Like,
And what I like to think about is that, like, you go back thousands of years, there's always been laws, there's always been law enforcement, and there's always been kind of like sort of tense relationships between the enforcers and the
Enforcees.
subjects, and it's just part of it.
Yeah.
It's
Damn.
kind of think about the past a lot. Part of the
that's
the
an
dealio.
interesting
That's great,
concept.
yeah.
So you believe that, let's say, the society, right?
Mhm.
We live in a society.
We live
Sure
in a
do.
society, but you
That's
would say
A.
that it would be the natural order if somehow like some form of enforcement or enforcer body comes to fruition. So like if you get like 100 random folks, throw them on an island,
Mhm.
at some point you're gonna have like 10 or 20 people.
Well, I do believe that it's possible to have a utopia. I'm just saying that, we have to accept that it's just we don't have a utopia, and we
Yeah.
might never get one. Like,
Mhm.
it's just, it's just.
I
it is what it
I
is.
think we'll get there eventually. That the world becomes less and less violent every year. Like
Mhm.
starvation in Africa is like a quarter what it was 30 years ago. I think
Mm.
like we're not there, but we'll get there eventually.
no.
No.
Look,
No.
I saw this video, and it was literally like this guy was like, I don't want to live forever. I don't want to work till I'm 160 years old. Like, I,
theoretically-
only want to die.
when we
only
have
wanna
the
die.
equipment to make sure we live to 160,
And you're
I'm
going to work
assuming-
until 140?
No, what I'm saying is I'm assuming by then we'll have a lot less need for work. That AI will go more advanced, tech will be more advanced.
That's
That
not
what we have,
happening.
I don't know, maybe
Social
not
Security's
going
to be at like 110.
Listen, I trust in our 90-year-old politicians to get it done. That they're gonna fix Social
Damn.
Security for us.
Mm.
Damn, that's cope.
And by fix, I mean raise the corporate tax rate 2%.
Here's a healthy
it'll be solved.
Here's a nice prescription of copium just for you. Mike.
Copium.
Oh, I had so many doses on the way here. That is my primary drug.
Yeah, you know what's interesting to me is what percentage of a society do you need for the rest of society to, let's say, like fall in line? Like, I wonder what's the percentage of like police officers. Like, for example, let's say you got like 100 people. How many of those 100 people do you think like each individual person would need to keep the rest in line?
It can
Like,
be
let's say
small
you got
amounts.
like let's say you got 10 like goons. Like, you got 10 guys that like brolic ass shit, all this stuff. Like, do you think 10 guys could keep 90 people in line?
I think we have historic examples. Like some of these are morbid, but like if you go back to Jim Jones and what happened in Guyana, I know what happened there was that he had a team of only like 1% of people with like assault rifles that were helping him keep his like prison / community in Guyana in check. That if you have like a good enough grip over the people, you can do a lot with like a minority.
Yeah, weaponry is huge.
Weaponry is
Yeah.
huge.
Like just like the whole Bronze Age, Iron Age, that whole thing.
Yeah.
Like just discovering new metals just raises
Yeah.
up entire civilizations.
Yeah.
Or even having like systemic support that in like South Carolina during like the slavery era, I think black people outnumbered white people by a very decent amount, like not 2-1, but it was like 60-40, but there were still like no major revolts in that time period.
Well, they
that
didn't
were
have
successful.
guns. Yeah, like,
Exactly,
that's the
weaponry.
difference. But like, I mean, I'm talking about just like, let's say
Islands.
ancient times.
Uh,
Like, I wonder how many, like when you think of Rome or Greece or something, like how many of the people were active military or whatever that kept the rest of the population in line?
yeah.
That's an interesting thought experiment, and it would be interesting to think of like how many, like, what's the percentage of like police officers in America as a total of the population? And then, because when I think about it,
It's not very high.
yeah, like, I'm not condoning what happened, and I'm not trying to make this political at all.
Yeah.
But like January 6th, it was only what, like 10,000 people? Like
Yeah.
that was it? Like I know we're canceled. We're done.
No, I mean, if I get
But,
more
like,
canceled.
But that's just it. Like it just took 10,000 people.
I mean, realistically, I'm sure if the military decided to like spray assault weapons on them, it would have been ended immediately. I'm not saying it should have happened. That should not have
of
happened.
course,
But theoretically, like, I'm pretty sure they could have put an end to that much quicker if it was by all means necessary.
During I have a question about that. During that riot, did any security like shoot in the air?
I don't
No,
think
they
so.
would have been dead. Like a lot of people.
Sometimes like to break up like a huge crowd, like they'll do. Oh, like I'm taking this from
Yeah,
like
yeah,
movie
yeah.
context. Like they'll shoot like a couple times in the air to get everybody to stop.
I
And
know.
then they'll be like, oh my god, who's doing that?
I think a shooting would like put a big burst of energy in the wrong direction. If anything, it would make
yeah.
them charge forward into panic.
No, you're right. You're 100%.
Good point, yeah.
Because like there were people with like guns there. And it's
A lot
like,
of
and what's
them.
crazy is like, I know I may get a lot of shit for this, but it's like, look, I was a cop on January 6th. I ain't doing shit. Like, you're telling me you got 10,000 people in front of me coming running at me, and what you're telling me my Glock with what 10 bullets max is gonna stop? Like, even
17 shots, no 38.
yeah, like you're telling, like,
17.
but you're telling me that's gonna stop them? Nah, I'm gonna be like, just keep going. Just it's down the hall, like,
Oh, here, let me hold the door for you.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, I am not getting trampled.
Yes.
Sorry.
I love my life.
And I don't blame the cops who, like, people are like, oh, why did they do anything? It's like, bro, what they were gonna get if they the minute that they shot somebody, they're dead. It's done.
Yeah.
Like, they're getting
Yeah,
trampled.
They're gonna
getting
get like trampled over by the
they're
crowd.
done.
Yeah.
Also, that just feels so crazy because I remember just like, I was driving back from university, and I'm just like, we stopped at a mechanic shop to pick up one of the cars, and I just opened Twitter, and it's just like Washington D.C. is trending. So I'm like, oh, all right,
here we
what's
go.
going on?
What
I'm
else
thinking,
is new?
yeah,
Like,
no, yeah. I was
Yeah.
thinking of like, oh, protest or something, and I won't go to. I'm like, holy crap, the freaking Capitol is being stormed.
Do you remember where you were on January 6th? Because I remember I actually broke up with someone like 10 minutes before January 6th. And I was like, man, this day sucks. This day cannot get any worse.
And then you turn on the TV
I'm like,
and
oh.
you just see like, oh shit.
Mine's off of it now.
Yeah,
He was a prick.
That is crazy. And what, like, did they ever find Pelosi's laptop?
I don't know. I think they bound like someone was selling it online for a lot of money.
No,
But-
they had to have found that laptop.
You think
eventually.
so? But I feel like the minute,
I think that
yeah.
knowing like what could have been on it, they have to have had like a tracker or some
Yeah.
GPS chip or some shit.
I'm sure like everyone was on that laptop.
Who was trying to steal the podium?
It
was
that
it
the
the
random
shaman,
guy.
the QAnon shaman?
I don't
Some
think it was the
guy, I
shaman.
don't
It was
know.
some guy in like a beanie.
Oh, did they ever
The
find
beanie
that
burglar.
podium
They caught him. He's
How
facing
it-
like 15 years.
for stealing a podium?
I mean, for breaking and entering and trying to end American
Yeah,
democracy.
I have a question. If you
What?
saw what was the guy with the moose antlers on his head?
That was the
Shaman.
shaman. That was the shaman. I
That
don't know
was
his
the
actual
shaman?
name. He was just called the shaman.
If you saw that guy running towards you to get into there, what are you gonna do?
I'd move out of the way.
yeah, I'm moving out of the way.
I'm moving out of the
not
way.
risking my life for, I'm sorry, Chuck Schumer or Mitch McConnell.
I do it for Bernie, but that's about it.
Yeah, like I'm not risking my life for DC politicians. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like
Wow.
By the way, you know that guy was vegan?
who?
The shaman.
Really?
The
Yeah, he
shaman's
was like
ve-
this. He wasn't like this like evangelical type like a lot of them. He was this like monk type person.
Really?
Like,
That's hard to believe.
I-
Jordan.
I don't think there's
Not-
evangelical shamans.
I know you're right. It's true. But I remember like he asked for a dietary restriction in prison. Like he said, "Could you give me this very particular like Nordic diet?"
Did
I
they
think
give
it'd
it
be
to him?
like
I
IKEA.
They'd
think
be like,
they
bro-
should fuck off.
Yeah.
They'd be like, "Excuse me."
Yeah.
That's really interesting. So that just, how many people have gone to prison?
I know that there's
Like
still
several
rounding
hundred.
people. There's still people like getting
Charged.
sentences.
Yeah.
now.
Really?
So yeah, they're not finished yet. They're
Because
still
what's
giving
always interesting to me is like, granted, they weren't wearing like any facial coverings or anything like that, which I feel like that's first of all super dumb. If I'm doing something illegal, I'm definitely about to, put on some face coverings and sunglasses. These people just went like,
Or, like, the
raw
whole-
dog,
the,
went straight in.
Insurrectionists in 2024. Take notes.
Yeah, but what's
Hmm.
crazy is it's like how fast people got caught. It was like
I remember saw on YouTube some girl create a Tinder profile talking about wanting to match with like true MAGA patriots, and she got like 10 people arrested off that.
really.
Yeah.
I mean, you can
Wow.
like just like reverse image search. It's really so easy.
Yeah.
If
Really?
they have like public social, if their stuff is private, it's probably a little harder. But if they have public profiles, all that stuff is right on Google Images. You just search the
Yeah.
image.
It's surprising.
Yeah,
I wonder what
seriously.
like an average person that day. Like, let's say you were just like an average DC worker, or, like you're just like getting your Starbucks, and all of a sudden,
No, you're
You just,
carrying.
like-
You got your suitcase. You're in a nice suit. Walking up to the gate, and you just like your eyes just open up
You
like,
see the horde.
oh, you just turn around and you just walk the other direction.
exact. You know what? I would have done that.
I'm calling out. I'm
I would
sick
have
right
just
now.
said, you know what? The world needs more accountants. I don't got to work here.
That's interesting. And where did all like also what's really interesting? Where did the politicians go?
There are tunnels underneath that, and they're more based for like fires or like actual
Yeah.
military invasions. But I read a book about this, how they had tunnels. Like if they didn't go like evacuate 30 seconds later, they would have been like in the crowd being swarmed on. So they had like as an escape system. Like the Capitol is one of the most guarded places out there. Like they have every escape tunnel out there.
I'm assuming that as soon as the group formed outside the doors, they were like, "No, let's go down there right now." They probably would have moved them out of
Yeah.
there immediately. They
I
wouldn't
think
have
that they
waited.
were huddled in like the big
Oh, the
room.
assembly
was it,
room, like
yeah.
I don't know what's called.
I think
but
they were
the
like
big
all
chamber.
hiding in there at first, and then I
Wow.
guess maybe they went into.
Because
the
was it
tunnel.
just the House? Like I always just hear about the House of Representatives. Like what
It
about
was
the Senate?
too. No, it was both of them.
Oh,
Like there's a famous clip of Josh Hawley running from like the insurrectionists.
well,
Oh,
we
wow.
know who Josh. But for those who may not
Josh
know,
Hawley
who's Josh
is a
Hawley?
senator from Missouri who voted to overturn the election and still talks about how the Jan 6 guys are martyrs to this day.
Oh wow!
And he was running as fast as he can to get away from them. There's video of it.
That's
Good old
so
Holly
crazy.
Hall.
I think I've seen this. I think I've seen
Yeah.
this footage. Yeah.
Yeah,
Some
that-
guy in a suit.
Before we continue, do we have the drinks?
Waiter,
Waiter.
All right.
make it snappy.
So I
Make it
understand.
snappy.
I understand, Mike.
Thank you. Please do
Prepared
not
these
put
drinks
us
for
anywhere.
us,
I did, yes.
and we're supposed to guess what each drink contains.
Yes.
All right.
Those are the
Yeah.
rules. And you know, and
It's in the name.
yeah.
All right.
So you kind of just.
Oh my
Wow,
God,
wow,
they-
that's impressive.
Here he comes.
Oh wow.
All
Okay.
right.
That's
Oh
one.
my God.
So you like
Oh,
try to
shit.
describe. So Ari, so you try to like describe the drink,
Uh huh.
right? So we like kind of go all around, and then we take guesses throughout the episode of the podcast, and then once you're like settled on a guess of
Mhm.
what the alcohol is in and all that, then you kind of like, all right, I'm ready to guess, and then by that time, everybody else should be ready.
All
And
right.
then we
Also,
kinda go
Cameron, thank you so much for bringing the
Yeah,
drinks.
thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
The real MVP.
Real MVP.
This
So
is
cheers.
crazy. Wait, did Mike make these drinks? Who made these drinks?
Yeah, Mike, who made these drinks?
Who made these drinks?
I made these drinks.
All right.
So you're just bossy.
Interns with alcohol license actually cost money. We can't afford that.
Yeah, we
That's
can't
a good
afford
point.
that.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Whoa.
Ooh,
That is
okay.
sour.
Yeah, I'm getting some
That's
Citrus,
like straight
lemon.
citric acid.
some lemon juice.
This is straight citric acid.
I can
Like the
smell.
bartender had a bit of improvising going on.
Mm.
I can smell the
Alright.
whiskey.
Okay.
There's a smoky flavor to this. Is it just me?
I sense
Smoky.
it.
Do you get a
Flavor.
smoky flavor to this? Or am I just bugging out?
Yeah, I guess
A
that's
little
what
bit,
you're
yeah.
saying. Yeah. like
no, I don't
smoke.
get any smoky flavor. But our palates could be different. For those who are listening, it basically just looks like lemonade.
I need to take my time with this. This is gonna fuck me up.
No, we
'Cause
have, you
I
have to
had
drink
a-
it all before the episode's done.
Yes.
We had
Because
a,
we
I
had
had
the
a
second
Mos-
drink come
because I
too.
had a Moscow Mule at dinner. So this is a. I don't know how this is gonna react. But.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Also, let's just talk about that amazing dinner
Oh, yeah. This
we
dinner,
had.
Yeah.
It was $90 for the 5 of us,
which is insane.
which is a good price.
You know what? Albany,
We had
we're
some
taking, or no, Troy.
Troy.
You're taking
It
it
was
up. You're taking
Troy
a
is
W.
basically
Up
all
and
the-
coming.
shout
hot
out
take?
to Dinosaur Barbecue.
Not
in-
sponsored.
Not sponsored. I
Yes.
said shout out. I didn't
If
say
you want to
sponsor.
sponsor us, please do. We're broke.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Dinosaur Barbecue in Troy, Albany.
Uh-huh.
That was the bomb. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Right overlooking the water, right in the Hudson.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was, and you know what's crazy is like, that was the first barbecue place. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I've had barbecue before, obviously, but like strictly like the barbecue type setup where you got the different
like the
types
platters,
of meats,
you
the
get
platters.
the sides and everything.
And I was not disappointed.
It was delicious.
Yeah, the whole place was packed, but the service was still fast and everything. It was chill.
Yeah, they were like, "Oh, you're gonna have to wait like 45 minutes." They called us in like less than 10 minutes.
And the waitress literally proposed to John.
Yeah.
She
John
got
found
down
his
on
wife.
one knee right in front of him. It was
Yeah,
incredible.
exactly.
I didn't see it.
She drew a little.
I
She
don't
drew a little heart on the.
Oh yeah, she
on the
doesn't
bill
draw a
when
heart
she
for
gave it
everyone.
to me.
Yeah,
She
doesn't
said-
draw a heart
Gave me
for
those
just anyone.
eyes. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
she
She
gave
said
me
with
those
her
eyes.
Will you make me your barber queen?
No, it's that type of look. Like you give the eyes, but then like she turns like the chin down a little bit.
There
like,
was like
and
the
then
sappy
you're, like, Giga
violins
Chad.
playing in
and
the
like the
back.
eyebrows and the wide smile. Like that was. It was my time to shine.
Yeah. Wow. So we have to go back there at some point. And we have to go get your wife.
I have to go get my wifey.
He's moving to Albany now.
Yes, if there was any reason for me to move up here, it would be just to go back to the dinosaur barbecue.
But you gotta tell that old lady from the diner this morning who called you sweetie that is off. You have to tell her, I'm sorry, I care about you.
I
It's not gonna work."
can't have competition right now.
Yeah.
I got way too much
Total
on my
guilt,
plate.
by the way.
That's so interesting. Like, coming from New York City and then upstate, the cultural difference. Like, New York City is like you walk into a diner and it's just like borderline verbal assault. Like, what do you want? Eat the food.
Yeah.
Get the hell out.
If it's not
Like,
bacon,
it's-
egg, and cheese, you're done.
Or they're
Yeah.
like, no, they stare at the notepad and go like, what can I get for you today? Like,
Yeah, it's like here. It's
Depending
like
on
they greet
the
with a
day.
smile. They're like, "How is your day? Well, do you want like an extra cup of coffee?" Like in New York, you have to ask for everything. They will not help you with shit.
Like Mike was telling us that 6 months out of the year, it's a completely dead city, right?
Yeah, because Albany is based around the legislative cycle, which is from January to June. And once it's July, all the assembly members, congressmen, they go to Aruba or wherever they want to go, and it's empty.
So wait, they get a 6-month paid vacation?
They do, yes.
What the?
It's the greatest job on earth.
Well, wait.
I mean, do you want
So
them
what
working
do they?
the whole year?
So what?
I would like to get shit done.
So what do they like? So is it like 6 months on, 6 months off, or is it kind of like 6 months throughout the year? So they're like 2 months on, 1 month off, or I don't know.
I would argue it's. I personally agree with the 6-month schedule. Like, I think it's beneficial because they're not like just sitting on their butts while they're waiting for the month to start again. Like, they're out in their district, they're doing constituent services, they're campaigning.
What
they're
are
doing their
constituent
causes.
services?
Constituent
Like,
ser-
I'm just like
A
curious.
lot of communities, especially in poor areas, don't have the same resources others do. So oftentimes, what donations they get with the political capital they have, they run services. Like, for example, back when I worked in the capital, I worked in the Bronx from a relatively poor assembly district. What they did was they ran tutoring services for kids.
Oh.
They ran all that, and they used their donations. When they win their campaigns pretty easily most of the time. So they use leftovers to do various treats for their constituents.
Oh, so that's like money from their budget.
Yeah. From the
Not-
budget and as well as their political donations.
So like if you're like shit at fundraising, let's say, let's say for argument's sakes, like you're a politician, I'm a politician, I'm shit at fundraising, you're amazing at fundraising. Do you give money to me for my constituents? Like if I can't afford to do like constituent services?
That's in the budget. That
Oh,
You
okay.
argue for a specific pork you want in the budget for that.
Oh, okay.
Although there are very few
So,
people bad at fundraising in that building. Like, you don't get anywhere if you can't fundraise a lot of money. Like, I know, for
Interesting.
example, in the this is DC, not Albany, but in DC, you must get a certain amount of funding. You must spend a certain amount of time on the phone, and if you don't, you lose funding from the party at large.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
So what about like independents?
Well, independents, they caucus one party. There are 0 true independents in the capital.
Really?
All of them are just independent name only.
Damn. So everybody sells out.
Well, I don't think going party is selling out. I think that you have your values. They align with one party or the other. There's very few people who have values that go both ways. The only exception I could think of is arguably Joe Manchin, and he's, if anything, he's just coping with the fact that he has a 50, that he's in
Copium.
a 70-30 district Republican Democrats.
That's interesting. That you have to raise a certain amount of money, so you don't have to do that for the New York State Like there is no
I can't
bare
confirm or
minimum.
deny that because
Oh.
I don't remember.
Okay, I thought you were about to say I signed an NDA. I was about to
No.
be like,
This is all public knowledge. I should probably know as a public finance guy.
wow.
But no, in D.C., I remember reading a book about what goes on in the Capitol, and that was a big policy supported by both parties.
Okay, so
Okay.
here's my political campaign. I am going to run, right, for my state Senate seat. I declare my candidacy on the sole fact that when I'm elected, I will hold out, shut down the government, and I'm going to get millions of dollars of constituent funds, and I'm going to give everybody in my district money. Just straight money direct to your bank account.
You
There
kidding?
you
That,
go,
that
boy.
was
I am
basically
buying
IDC.
your vote. I am buying your vote.
You're kidding, but that's like literally the entire 90s of politics. That was like that's how we had like
God,
you know.
this is why
in
being a
these,
politician
like,
is
literal
amazing.
Confederacy districts, we had Democrats winning because I said, "You vote for me, I'm gonna put this hospital right here, and if I lose, you're gonna get a Republican who's gonna want to cut the budget and cut the hospital." So that's literally how they got elected in the 90s. Right now, so many candidates like really against pork, like, "Oh, pork is a waste of money." If y'all know, do you know what pork is in this context?
Yeah, I know what pork is,
Okay.
but for those who may not
yeah,
know.
you need to tell us what
Yeah.
that means.
Pork is where a politician agrees to get certain money for his district in the bill. That it's more for big deals. That, for example, if there's a big federal budget that has to pass, and one person doesn't want to vote for it, they'll say, "If you vote for this bill, we'll throw in this hospital for your constituents, and they'll love you for it."
And they call that pork.
That's pork, yes.
AKA earmark also.
Earmark
Like
also,
earmark.
yes.
Mm.
I for
Very
one love
interesting.
pork. Like, hey, give people their hospitals. I like that.
Yeah.
You get a little bit extra with your deal.
So where do you think the
Interesting.
fine line is between pork and bribery? Like, like in your experience?
Well, pork
Like,
is
where
when the
would you say-
politicians are giving back to their donors.
No, giving back to their constituents. I think that's different.
Oh, okay. They're like, what do you
Bribery is
mean?
to
Their
donors.
constituents, like they're
Like their donors don't want a hospital. Their donors want tax cuts.
So their constituents are.
People who vote for them.
Okay. All right.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
very pro pork, but
Mhm.
whenever I see someone running against pork, I'm like, wow, just say you don't want like Texas to have a hospital or whatever. Like, awesome guys.
What about pulled pork?
I am very pro pulled pork. That is a position I will proudly take.
That's interesting.
Do you want to get back to the drinks real quick?
Yeah, let's get back
Yes.
to these drinks.
All right, let's do the drinks now.
Are we
Um,
putting our firm guesses in?
I'm gonna do my little description here real quick.
Oh, okay.
So for the audience, it looks like literally it's like a tall glass of Minute Maid lemonade.
Mm-hmm.
Does not taste like that at all. It tastes like, in my opinion, it's got like a smoky aftertaste, but it tastes like I don't even know. It tastes like lemonade, but almost like it's been sitting out in the hot sun for like a week.
That's crazy.
That's cold.
That's
man.
very specific.
No, like this. It's like
aid.
sour almost.
Yes.
This does not taste very good.
valid.
So yeah, I know that. Then that means
I
that you
will
did
say,
something.
I had a drink in mind, and I had only ingredients in the dorm room.
Were you
Alright.
were you trying
Oh,
to make
God.
like a whiskey sour?
God no.
Oh.
Oh, maybe. Who's
That
to say?
You
silence,
hesitate-
that
you
silence
hesitated.
was actually kind of long. I
hesitated for a
think
minute.
you gagged him. Ari.
Well,
So,
because
you're-
my guess is it's whiskey and lemonade. That's what I think it is.
Oh, are we guessing now?
You could lock it in if you
Do we
want
want
to.
to just
Wait,
straight
are
up guess?
you locking that answer in? Are
well,
you locking it in?
I can't imagine any other guess that I could possibly.
Oh, so it
Okay,
sounds
lock
like
it
he's
in.
locking it in. I'm not gonna lock
There's
it in.
got to
yet.
be lemonade, and it looks like lemonade.
I think so. Yeah, I'm gonna hop on. John's kind of train of thought, which is, it is very lemony.
Mhm.
It looks like lemonade, and yeah, it's like very. You get that first punch of bourbon, and then the aftertaste is a very sour lemonade.
Yeah.
So you feel
And-
it's bourbon.
Well, you guys like the sweet lemonade? You don't like sour lemonade?
I like sour lemonade, but here's the thing.
They
And
make
I'm not
they
gonna-
make sour lemonades.
No,
Where?
like here it is. I like lemonade that is tart. So it's like I gotta be like, fight myself. I hate myself in terms of just loving all of this. Like people are like, oh, I like my lemonade super sweet. I'm like, no, I want to have like a physical reaction to when I drink lemonade.
Yeah.
It's
Only
the same
real
thing-
men drink tart lemonade.
And it's the same thing with
Unsweet
like sour
lemonade.
candy. It's like Sour Patch Kids are not sour.
Uh,
The Sour
That's
Patch Kids are
facts.
not
Yeah.
sour. and that
Wait, hold up. Sour Patch Kids are not sour?
no, they're
Everyone
not
knows
sour
they're
enough
not-
for me.
They're a little sour.
No.
Bro, that's so
they are
weak. They're not sour.
Like, you know what sour warheads are sour?
Yeah, warheads are
I
sour.
love
Warheads are
warheads.
You ever heard of the candy Toxic Waste?
No, what is that?
It comes in like a tiny little can that resembles like a radioactive container. It's the same thing. It's like warhead style, but it comes in like these little little circles that look like radioactive waste, and it's like an extremely sour candy.
That's what I need. Like
Yeah.
I need.
Oh yeah, the warheads.
I need.
No, they're not. No, it's They look and taste just like warheads, but they're labeled toxic waste.
Oh.
So
what
the
it's
waiter has heard your feedback. We appreciate it, and we are going to make a mild amend to the drink.
Mm.
Ooh, with the sugar packets.
Sugar packets,
shit.
yes.
Yeah.
Because
I should just enjoy. Are we just making spiked lemonade at this point?
It probably is. Yeah.
I'm gonna give y'all some sugar.
I do appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have the stirrers?
We'll make
Just
it-
pick it up and twist it.
Damn.
just shake it around. Just shake it around.
Yeah.
Shake. Here you go. I'm gonna give you guys some ASMR. Thank you. Enjoy the tingles.
Nice. Oh yeah.
Oh,
I do appreciate the
Mhm.
generosity, Mike.
thank you. But yeah,
Okay, let's see if it made a difference.
okay.
It made a lot of difference.
How many packets did y'all get? I got
Oh
one.
yes, it did.
Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That made a
lot of
big difference.
Y'all got one packet? I just want to make sure I'm on the same page.
Yeah,
All right.
we got one packet. Yeah.
I can actually drink it now without gagging.
We
That made a big difference.
Wait. Is it strong enough?
It was strong enough. Yeah, definitely.
Oh man.
Yeah, if it's gonna make me gag, it's strong enough.
Yeah, now it tastes good actually, because
Yeah.
I wasn't rocking with it at first.
Mm.
Hmm.
All
You made
right.
it too powerful even for yourself.
Yes. No, I was making a cocktail bit and stuff in my dorm room. I didn't have a lot in my dorm room.
All right.
Okay. So let's make our guesses then.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
So Ari is locked in with his
Whiskey lemonade.
Whiskey
Whiskey lemonade.
Awesome.
Okay. John.
I am gonna go a little bit more specific. I'm gonna say bourbon lemonade, and I feel like there might be one more. I feel like that's what we usually do. Is that we usually try to throw each other off by adding like another ingredient,
Yeah.
and we just added the sugar packet.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna say
I'm gonna give you guys a hint. The sugar packet is taking the place of a simple syrup.
Oh, I'm going straight in bourbon lemonade. That's a legit drink. Would you wait? Were you
It
with
can't
us
be
when
that
we bar
simple,
hopped in
though.
Williamsburg?
I was not.
Oh,
It can't be that simple. Though.
I'm not a hipster.
I don't know.
I party in Bushwick with the real people.
Wow.
Wow. He's saying, AKA, we're poor.
Nah, I'm calling you bougie.
What was it? Yeah, I'm locking in. This is basically a bourbon lemonade at this point. If it's, I'm saying the main alcohol is bourbon, and to throw us off, maybe put a dash of triple sec.
I was about to say, like, you usually add a triple sec to most things you make for us.
I love my triple sec.
So I'll do the same thing. I'll go bourbon lemonade triple sec.
Okay, all three of you are locked in?
I'm
Yeah.
locked
Yes.
in. Yeah.
Y'all are fools.
Oh.
Y'all are
God
dead
damn it.
wrong.
Okay.
Wait. Oh, even the main alcohol. We're
There
on?
is no bourbon in this.
What?
I got
What?
rid of I got rid of bourbon because I wanted to do a little bit of a fake out, but no, there is no
Yeah.
bourbon in that. I'll give you a second guess. Feel free.
Okay, so think about no. Let's expand our minds. What
This
is
literally
what
tastes
is
like bourbon.
what is in a college student's dorm room cabinet
Other than mold
other than mold, rotten fruit,
and rats.
And ramen.
and dirty
Rats,
laundry?
Paul, y'all got rats?
Well, my roommate did get arrested one time, so who's to say?
Ooh, that's a different type of rats he's talking about.
Ooh, okay.
Don't worry, I'm pest control.
Ooh.
Wait. You mean you snitched on him?
Oh,
No, I'm kidding. No one got arrested.
Ooh.
got him. No, dang that. And this is
So
what I was saying. Mike,
you were
he's saying
Tom.
some of the craziest
You're Tom
shit.
and he was Jerry.
I am very weird, but we're all Toms in this room. There is no Jerry's here.
That is not true.
Okay.
That's absolutely not true.
Oh.
Y'all,
Because Jerry outsmarts Tom a lot. So
listen, Tom lets Jerry win because Tom is a gentleman.
yeah, okay.
Yeah. Maybe they
Until he
just
gets his
need
tail
each
cut
other.
off.
Yes.
But okay, This is really crazy because like my brain is just registering bourbon.
So there's no bourbon. So what
Zero
is? So
bourbon.
what is it then?
Well, guess.
Okay. Wait. All right. I'm gonna guess.
Oh, it's so much better with the sugar.
don't
I
wanna
need a
say-
sugar. I know.
It's so much better.
I don't want to say vodka, but like, because I hate vodka, but every time Mike makes a drink with vodka, it's good.
Actually, I'm gonna go tequila.
Oh.
Ari, you have a guess?
I'm not that well versed on my liquors. I'm more of a beer guy, so
Valid.
this is especially challenging.
But
for
I
me.
feel like this would be the best one now. Like I kind of want to hear.
No,
Ari's
no,
guess.
this is
Yeah.
like
This
tequila
is-
lemonade. I'm gonna go with that.
Whoa, what are you going, Ari?
Now that I'm tasting it.
I don't know.
Okay.
Oh wow.
I-
Okay.
I-
Okay.
I don't.
Hey, if you're
The
not a
simulation is
liquor guy,
broken.
you
The
won't know.
simulation's
Can't
broken
do it.
again.
I will say, John got it. There's tequila
Oh.
in there.
Yeah, see,
And
Wow.
tequila lemonade has a different, more famous name.
Really? Tequila sunrise.
No.
Oh.
Even I knew that.
Sorry, I'm
Unless you
uncultured.
taste OJ, there's no.
Wow, that was wow. You know what? We should edit that out.
We will not.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
What is it called?
Tequila.
I don't know.
Tequila lemonade.
I'm letting John figure it out because John is like a centimeter from it.
It's tequila lemonade.
He literally guessed all the ingredients.
Tequila lemonade triple sec.
Is it tequila lemonade and triple sec? And a sugar
There's
packet?
no lemonade in there. I'll say that
What?
much.
Wait. Lemon.
It's Jose Cuervo.
Yes, that's the tequila.
Ah,
That's not a drink.
see, from the mixes. The
Wait, is
same
this a-
color.
is this a
It's the same
sour
color
mix?
of the mixes.
It is not a sour mix. It might as well be though, right?
What is putting the sour in the?
No,
this
no,
is
no,
so
no.
crazy.
Some Jose Cuervo mixes look like this.
Oh no,
the
it's not a mix.
color-wise.
There's no mix in it. I thought Jose Cuervo was the name of tequila.
Jose Cuervo makes. We talked about this on a previous episode where it's like, it's not technically tequila, but it is branded as tequila, whatever. But it's Jose Cuervo. Then what the fuck is making it look yellow?
Did you just put like what's the word, crystal light in this and just mix it?
Come on, y'all, have to pay for me.
Oh.
But
This
you're
the
like
this is the
a
hardest one.
millimeter from
there
it.
are Jose
You're
Cuervo.
gonna laugh. When you
There
find out what
are
it is.
Jose Cuervo margarita mixes that look like this.
I swear, if this is just a margarita mix.
It's a fucking margarita. What else is
It's
tequila
just
lemon?
it's just a margarita mix.
It's a badly made margarita because I had no ingredients in my house. I made
dumb.
some homemade lemon juice because I had like no ingredients. I tried my best like cutting up lemons, putting it in a water bottle.
Oh,
I tried my
I feel
hardest.
so dumb, bro. I feel
Yes,
so
no
dumb.
offense. Like lemon.
So that's why it was extra
lemonade,
sour. It was
tequila,
all that
triple
lemon
sec,
juice.
Yes, and that sugar packet was what made it work.
Yeah.
Sugar packet fixed everything.
It did.
So you didn't have
Damn.
lemon juice, but you had fresh lemons on hand.
I cook a lot. Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
I love squeezing some lemon over some salmon, lemon over some scampi.
Mhm.
All right, I'm noticing it now. Okay,
Mm.
so it's a margarita. It's a
Well,
poorly
I
made
can't-
margarita.
Yes, but now it's well made. I just
Yeah,
put sugar
actually,
fixes.
you know, it actually is kind of tolerable now.
Well, the sugar, yeah, definitely.
So, do you still go to Whole Foods?
No, I stopped because I
Yeah.
realized, you know what, I'm burning through my life savings on overpriced produce.
But
Yeah.
not gonna lie,
Damn.
when we went to Whole Foods last year, it was kind of like a life-changing experience. It felt like,
Really?
wow, I
You had a
walked
better
in
life.
and my net worth jumped up like
When I walk in,
$1,000.
my net worth
See,
drops.
that's how it feels, but really, yeah, your net worth is dropping.
Like, wow, am I better than other people if I go to Whole
Am
Foods?
I
Like,
better than everybody else?
Yeah, well.
yeah,
Y'all just don't understand.
yeah.
I've evolved.
What is the allure of Whole Foods? The fact that it's air quotes organic.
The Whole Foods, the benefit is that it's run by Jeff Bezos, and Jeff Bezos is a common known brand.
Damn.
And that's
Okay.
it basically. It's like, why do you pay $1,000 for a T-shirt? Because Michael Kors made it. That's the same effect.
Ooh.
Wow.
Actually, wait. That's interesting. I didn't think about it like that before until you said it.
You know,
Yeah, I mean the more accurate reason is that Whole Foods has the Jeff Bezos marketing, and
Ooh,
also
okay.
the big reason they're like as successful as they are because of Amazon Prime that you get discount Whole Foods too.
I think a big part of it is just they have unlimited budget.
That would do it.
They don't need to like grind away and save up enough money until they can open up a new location. They have infinite
Yeah.
money. They can just freaking build Whole Foods everywhere.
Their prices sure don't
Yeah.
match it.
Ooh.
Honestly, I bet Jeff Bezos could like totally run like the entire supermarket business if he sold like Whole Foods quality food at Walmart prices. Because with his money he could do it.
Does he own Fresh Direct?
I'm not sure.
Should we Google that?
I'm gonna try to Google
Waiter?
that right now.
You know what's
This is why we don't pay you.
you know what's interesting about like the whole billionaires thing is like it only recently billionaires became celebrities. I know that sounds weird, but just hear me out. Like you know, where billionaires, people were like interested in the beef between billionaires and people, and like billionaires have rivalries and everything.
By the way, shockingly,
when you
this
say
is from
that's
the fact
new, like
checkers.
how new? Because like even like the Rockefellers, like the Rockefeller and Carnegie were like two of the biggest celebrities, and they had a ton of beef and everything.
But you know, I would say in the modern era though, like okay, think about 10 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
The only rivalry people knew about, and it wasn't even like a real. Maybe I'm underestimating it, but the only real air quotes rivalry was Bill Gates and Steve Jobs because they had just different visions about technology.
The real ones remember the rap battle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
like epic rap battles.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my god, I remember those.
but
That Microsoft burn was great.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know, people with a job use PC. But what's
Linux snapped.
yeah.
To add to what you're saying, I think it's also like today you get like a more personal look at billionaires rather than years ago. Like you knew nothing about them other than what they've accomplished and what they're doing.
And now they whine on
Work-wise.
Twitter like the rest of us.
Yeah, now they can.
At Elon.
At Elon.
Now they can go online. They can say whatever they want. They're on camera 24/7.
Yeah.
Any party they go to, all eyes on them. It's that kind of thing. So it's like
Honestly,
they're almost like a little bit more humanized.
Exactly, but I think it's double-edged sword. I love that we're taking the mystique away from like the billionaires because who knows? Maybe if we gave Albert Einstein a Twitter, he would be some like deranged lunatic while also being brilliant. Like we never know that because he doesn't have like a 24/7 insight into his personal thoughts. But now we know like which billionaires are well put together and which ones are not.
Yeah.
Which ones are just like the rest of us.
You know, the whole thing was really interesting about Elon is kind of like how low-key insensitive or sensitive he kind of is.
He's a
Like,
baby.
remember that guy, that kid really, who made an algorithm that tracked his jet? And like,
Yeah.
and
He banned
Elon tried to like, wait, he actually banned him?
He fell man. I mean, I just click a button.
No. Didn't he try
The fact-
didn't he like try to make him sign a contract or something to get him to stop?
Yeah, the
I-
kid was
yeah.
like, no, I
Jet.
want a job with Tesla, and I want like he was like, the only way I'm getting rid of this account is if you hire me at like Tesla headquarters, and Elon was like, eat shit.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
And
I mean, like, how are you even gonna like show up? Like, oh, hello, Mr. Bezos. Remember, thanks for the job. Like,
Yeah, it's not gonna
It's like-
work. I don't know
it's
what he was
just
going
so
on.
Stupid.
You
but
should have just said drop $1 million and I'll stop.
I don't think Elon would have paid it because then somebody
I don't
else.
know.
Mhm.
I'm looking up something real quick as I was reminded of a previous story that I think Elon had to send this guy a cease and desist letter over something.
Really?
Yeah, hold on. Let me look this up. Just keep talking for a second while I try to find it.
What's also really crazy about Elon? You know, he has like 10 kids.
Yeah, and half of them talk to him.
Wait, and half of them don't talk to him.
Half of them don't talk to him. Yeah.
Wow.
Glass half full, half.
Well, you
How,
know,
are
he's-
they all from one woman or a different woman?
No, they're all
Bunch
different
of
women.
Bunch of women.
Yeah.
He
Damn.
believes in like he's not in the Christian sense of like be fruitful and multiply, but he believes like the human population is going to collapse and like everyone needs.
Which is obviously BS. Like the human
Multiple
population
children.
is like going up pretty high. But the issue with Elon is actually I'm not going to get too much into controversy now. I
No,
don't want-
no, we should get into
Well, we
controversy.
put 20
He
minutes
means he
into
wants
January
more white
6th.
yeah,
so-
yeah. Harry's like, we just talked about it.
But I think the thing is, though, is that like the older generation, like there's more old people than there are young people. So then once all the like, yeah, it's like the population is growing, but then all of a sudden all
America,
these boomers
yes.
are gonna die, and then that's what they're talking about.
Well, what he's
Gen Alpha is actually like growing very fast. Like there's no slowdown.
Well, what's interesting, or what Elon's essentially talking about, is what is called the reverse of the population pyramid. So you see it like in a lot of East Asian countries, like Japan and South Korea, where, yeah, their society, right, is there's more older people than younger people, and in that scenario, you kind of have three options. The first option is you kind of do nothing in the sense of you just print more money to fund the entitlement programs and, you know, just kick the can down the road. The second option is to raise taxes on younger people So like we would switch to, in this hypothetical situation, we would switch to, instead of a income proportional tax system, we would switch to an age driven tax system. So like you and I would pay much higher taxes even though we make less money than, let's say, like a 50-year-old, because we are in our prime working years. So we would be able to pay more money into the system.
But by and large, people end their careers making more money than when they started.
But they're making more money closer to retirement. Like that's the whole idea, is that when you're in your prime working years, this is like people who champion this idea that when you're in your prime working years, you put more money into the pot, right, of Social Security. And then the third option is to just simply just cut benefits or reform the entitlement system so that, for example, you only receive Social Security if you need it.
Yeah.
You know, because as it stands right now, Social Security is like universal, where even if you're a millionaire, you still get your Social Security check. So what Elon's talking about is that he believes in the near future in the United States and the broader Western world that we're going to be faced with a situation where there's going to be a lot more older people than younger people, and the economic system inverses on itself. But to point what Mike said, people get around that by immigration. So you just essentially, whatever children, like air quotes, whatever children that American citizens aren't producing, right? This sounds like really just commodifying people. Okay. You just import the difference that the economy needs. So you import high-skilled labor, you import low-skilled labor to fill in that gap of what the citizens of the United States aren't fulfilling. That's like the logic, but some people don't support that.
Okay.
So Elon's solution is everyone has, 10 kids and, that fills in the gap, air quotes.
I see.
But the population is still growing exponentially, that ultimately, that if you look at birth rates, especially in like other countries, that's like very high. Like I don't think the world was in any danger of losing population. Like, and even like a couple countries like Japan, Korea, where it's an actual problem. It's not really a problem here.
So I finally found the article that I know I was not paying attention for a little bit.
No worries.
I found the article I was looking for. Do you know a guy named Dan O'Dowd?
No.
I haven't heard of him.
What is he? Is he rich?
He is a tech entrepreneur that started the Dawn Project. You ever heard about this?
No.
The Dawn?
The Dawn Project. D-A-W-N.
No, what is it about?
So the project, he is on a mission to outlaw the full self-driving technology that Tesla was using for their autopilots.
Oh, shit.
I disagree with that. I think that we got to... I'm very much against like stopping the expansion of tech.
So he was trying to... He started the nonprofit group, the Dawn Project, which garnered a lot of attention because he was like putting out like these expensive like advertisements trying to promote discontinuing autopilot technology or self-driving technology. And what garnered a lot of attention was when he posted videos. He was testing Tesla's autopilot by aiming the car at a dummy the size of a child. Ooh. It wasn't... I could have sworn the video... I saw this first video on YouTube. I could have sworn the guy said that he tested it on a live child. But every article that I'm reading says it was a child-sized dummy.
Yeah, so, live child seems very much not legal.
I think I'm pretty sure that video was wrong. But he was like posting these videos. He bought a Tesla, and then he would
bought a child.
Not a child.
I hope not, man.
He would get a dummy like from one of those like, when they test like crash dummies.
Yeah.
One of them is like the size of a child.
X, yeah.
He would take a Tesla and then aim it at the dummy to see if the autopilot would actually work. And the videos caused an outcry because I'm pretty sure like the autopilot would work. So it doesn't say in the article that I'm reading, but I remember in the video, this is a while ago, that sometimes it hit the kid, sometimes it didn't hit the kid.
So it was like a 50-50.
It was like a 50-50 chance of the sensor actually working.
I think AI is going to get there eventually, but it's not there yet.
Yeah, it's like being pushed It's like that same thing with like any new technology. It's pushed to just get it in there as fast as possible, and then they'll make it better over time.
I'll put it like this, though. This is why I'm a big optimist for the future. That
but before you do that, let me finish my thing.
Okay, sorry.
And then Elon sent Dan O'Dowd and the Dawn Project cease and desist letters to get him to stop posting these ads and these Tesla videos, to saying that it was like defaming the Tesla's like. It was like propaganda
like
to use
harm.
Yeah, against Tesla. And then you were saying before, sorry?
Oh, yeah, because that was interesting how they were like pushing against the self-driving cars. For what it's worth, those self-driving cars are like nowhere near ready to go out. Like, if they go on the road, they're going to kill a lot of people. So I think it's good to push against in the short term. However, I think self-driving cars are a very good thing to like research and study long term. So it's good that it's getting advanced. And I think society is going faster. We think that we made it from Amelia Earhart to the moon in like 50 years. So who's to say by the time we're 70, we're 60, what's going to happen?
You know, what's a really interesting thing I like to think about is, in your opinion, Mike and Ari and John,
The table.
how do you think Elon Musk will be remembered in history? Because, like, he's a very controversial figure,
Yes.
obviously. A lot of people like him, a lot of people don't like him. But you can't.
I think he's always going to be the guy that made Tesla.
But here's the thing, though. It's like you can't.
I agree,
You
though.
really can't. And maybe I'm wrong, but you really can't say the electric car market in America would have existed without Tesla.
I'm inclined to agree.
Like you know,
It always
without
would have
Tesla,
been. It always would have been like a niche, very low percentage market, unless Elon stepped in.
Yeah.
with
I think
Tesla.
he's
You know,
gonna
like
be-
he was the guy who made electric cars, air quotes, cool. You know,
Yes,
like
valid.
the Tesla Sportster, right? It was like the Sportster or the Sport or the. It was like
Something
the
like
first,
that,
the very
yeah.
first Tesla, which was like a sports car, essentially.
Mhm.
And you know, he was the one who kind of like slapped $100,000 price tag on an electric car, and people are like, "Oh, are you crazy? Nobody's gonna buy it." And then now,
People did.
No.
Yeah.
Most liberals.
And he's like,
Yeah.
I'll work on one that you can afford. And then the
Yeah.
Model 3 came out.
yeah. But also, Elon, not a lot of people like him because
He tweets a lot.
He has Twitter fingers.
Yes.
Some people believe he has the wrong opinions, all this stuff.
He
So it's
does.
like, in your opinion, how do you think he'll be remembered? Favorably, unfavorably, mixed review,
Like from someone who's like one of his bigger critics, that I use Twitter very often. So when he voted, I was not very happy. I think he'll remember similarly to J.K. Rowling, the Harry Potter writer who
Yeah.
also has Twitter fingers as of late. That they'll remember for the good work they did. They'll be remembered for getting kids to read, getting kids to appreciate literature and magic and all that. That you can't take away from them, but ultimately, in the later years, how they got more and more of the deep end and less and less productive, they're going to remember, like, they're going to, annihilate, like, half the country just because of them not being able to keep their opinions often half-baked themselves.
I'm on the other side of that. I think that he's already got the icon status.
yeah.
I agree with that.
He has the icon status, especially for, like, what he's able to accomplish.
But so does J.K. Rowling.
In what... Well, J.K. Rowling, okay, yeah, but in comparison to J.K. Rowling, he started $3 billion companies,
Yeah.
bought Twitter, is like pushing the expansion
envelope,
to go to Mars and everything like that. I'd say his accomplishments are a lot higher than J.K. Rowling's.
I'm just doing as an example because she's someone who I could think of who has a lot of personal, very good accomplishments, but also hurt their reputation very badly because they couldn't keep their opinions to themselves.
I think that he's smart enough to not go down.
I don't know.
I think he's.
Twitter's
I think
net
well,
worth is cut in half by now because of his comments.
I think he knows what he's doing, though. I think like when he posts on Twitter and engages like in that way where it causes up that kind of reaction
I
from the
don't
crowd,
know.
I think it's intentional because then all eyes are on
Advertisers
him.
running. Like he's losing a lot of money off this because every time he tweets, like Google, all those companies like State Farm, they see the controversy, they see the backlash, they see the boycotts, and they run.
But
they don't want to lose money. Like ultimately,
Yeah.
they want to invest in something that's going to be steady and something that's stable. And what Elon Musk is doing on Twitter is something that's not going to be permanently stable. That it's ultimately very controversial, and that's the last thing you want for a brand. That if you're a celebrity, controversy is good. Like, buying Twitter is very good for Elon Musk, the celebrity, but is it going to be good for business long term to be, hated by half the country? Not really. That's always going to be controversial and difficult to maintain.
But here's the thing, though, with like controversy, is like, when we're talking about Twitter, right? The idea that Elon's, free speech absolutist, whatever you want to say, is like raw dog Twitter, like anything goes, everything under the sun,
except if you tweet where it's plain lands.
Yeah, except if you criticize Elon. but also what a lot of people is like, when you look at YouTube, right? And when people are like, oh, I miss the old YouTube, like the early mid 2000s YouTube, where like, there was no adpocalypse, where there was no, the corporations that were like, oh, we don't want our ads on X videos, or like these types of videos. Like, do you think Twitter, like if YouTube, in your opinion, or in the table's opinion, was created today, do you think YouTube would be similar to what Twitter is slowly becoming?
If YouTube was created today, it'd be TikTok, because everything is fucking trying to be TikTok. Even YouTube now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with YouTube Shorts and everything.
Yeah.
I hate the TikTokification of the internet.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of wish internet could be its own thing. Like, I love TikTok. I spend too much time on it. The waiter could attest to that. It's ultimately just... I want social media to be its own things.
Yeah, like but that's the whole thing about Twitter. I'm sorry, X. Like, Twitter is just so unique, where when everybody was like, fuck Elon, I'm leaving, Twitter's like, where are you going to go?
Yeah.
Where are you going to go? Where are you going to go to Blue?
I went to Blue Sky, and I left immediately because it was boring as shit.
You were invited to I thought that was an invite only.
I know, I have a decent amount of Twitter followers.
Wait, you were invited to Blue Sky?
I was, yeah.
Wait, what's Blue Sky?
Oh, yeah.
Blue Sky is a Twitter alternative that was created. It's currently in beta testing, where essentially you need to get invited by like the organization or someone who's like trusted by the organization to get in, because they want to build influencers before they get launch.
What was it? What was it like? Was it basically just Twitter?
It's Twitter, but if everybody was a New York Times subscriber. But it kind of sucked. Sorry,
really?
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
It's what sucked about it? Like, I'm just like so curious about.
Basically, it's Twitter if you like remove the controversy, remove the edge.
But you
lose Twitter.
So, in your opinion, do you need that edge? Do you need like those like the edgy?
Say what you will about Elon Musk. He is fun to talk about. It is easy to talk a lot about Elon Musk.
Is he really that sensitive when it comes to like responding to people?
No, he bans a lot of people. Like,
really? I really thought that he was the kind of guy that doesn't get affected by that kind of.
No, he very much does. Elon Musk is up at 3 a.m. petrified of what people are saying about him.
Yeah.
This man sees himself as Tony Stark, and if you do anything to keep himself from seeing himself as Tony Stark, his day is ruined.
There's a
Elon Musk.
I feel like now that he owns
my tweets personally.
Well, now that he owns it, he can act like that.
Well, here's the thing though. There's a rumor that was circulating around the internet. It's not true, but it was just like funny, where there's a picture of Elon where his hairline is like awful. Like, he's basically like half
on the
bald.
boat, right?
Wasn't that during
water?
Wasn't that during his PayPal?
Yeah, PayPal days. Yeah.
Well, the stress of like getting that thing off the ground would affect anybody.
No.
Same thing with Bezos.
No. But here's the thing though. People were like,
Bezos looks great.
Yeah, but people were posting it, right? And people were like, Elon just literally bought Twitter so he could delete this picture from the internet. But you know what's funny? I haven't seen that picture on Twitter in a minute. Like,
he does good work.
But yeah, Elon. But here's the thing: is he spent $40 billion for, I'm sorry, a fucking dumpster fire.
And he cut the net worth in half as soon as he bought it.
Like, even before Elon took it over, Twitter was freaking struggling. Like,
yeah, Twitter was like not profitable at all because there's like no big celebrities on there. There's like people like the reason YouTube and Facebook are different than Twitter is because the content on YouTube and Facebook come from like very successful people. Twitter, you get viral random. Like, I had 300 followers. I got a tweet with 300,000 likes just because I got lucky. But like, Twitter has no celebrities. Shit. Not really.
But it's really hard though to build a following on Twitter. Like, it's much harder to build. Like, I've heard it's much harder to build a following on Twitter compared to, let's say, like Instagram or Facebook, because Twitter, it's like you have to follow somebody for their opinions or what they write. It's not like you get to follow them because, oh, they look pretty or, oh, you know, they
don't
take good
agree with
photo.
you on
Yeah,
that.
because Twitter,
really?
anyone can go viral. Like the retweet feature is really good for Twitter because anybody can become famous overnight on Twitter. That's not true. On Instagram,
it's the
you have a
same
slow burn, but like my followers like tripled in like the span of like 10 hours because I got a random viral tweet. It got viral because I got lucky. That Twitter is no rhyme or reason, which is why it's so good. That you get these personalities that were not primed for like live. Like on YouTube, like all the biggest YouTubers are very well trimmed, well prepared. They have their content like micromanaged.
You're right.
But
You're
on
right
Twitter,
about that. Yeah.
it's just 3 a.m. thoughts of any random who happens to get lucky. Which is why I have a lot of 3 a.m. thoughts. It's why I'm good at Twitter.
Yeah.
All right, what do you think
About
Twitter?
About Twitter.
About X. Yeah, we
about
have to call it X.
X, formerly known as Twitter.
I'm calling it Twitter. Fuck y'all.
I mean, I don't know. I tried to get into it. It's not really. I don't know. I like the shorts. I like YouTube shorts. I
YouTube
like
shorts
Instagram
more,
reels.
yeah.
I
You're
like
like
the, I
keeping
like
it
the
short,
little
simple.
videos. Yeah, like I don't.
Has your attention span like gone down the drain? Like when I had to stop watching YouTube shorts.
100%.
Like I literally, I would listen to like people talk at my job or like just at the table or something, and I would literally like, it's 90 seconds. Why are you still talking?
I think I sent you a meme on X about spending 30 minutes on YouTube Reels, losing your IQ level. Didn't I send you that?
I
Oh,
swear,
no, TikTok
like,
is so bad for society at large, but I love it.
do you
Like,
do you buy
you'll be on YouTube Shorts, an hour will go by, and you'll be like, oh shit, wait, did I just waste an hour on my phone?
Yeah, I fear for like the next generation, honestly, who are raised on this, because I only started TikTok this year, and I have already lost like 20 IQ points from it.
Do you buy the whole
It's
like?
very addictive.
It is
very addictive.
It is literally crack. Like, I kind of fear how like they've taken over our dopamine levels. That social media is so good at getting the dopamine things that make humans run.
What do you think about the whole TikTok proposed ban
Bad.
in America? Bad?
Ultimately, you know, I am for like free speech and free expression. Like, banning TikTok is not the answer.
Also, banning TikTok now is a terrible mistake given how integrated it is.
Yeah, and literally, if you ban TikTok,
If you were gonna
YouTube
ban
Shorts
it,
is TikTok.
if you were gonna ban TikTok, you should have done this way earlier.
Yeah.
Because now everybody has one.
Like
Yeah.
the actual,
some people have millions of 50+ million followers while being on it for like barely a year.
the
Wow.
actual problem with like TikTok that Congress is saying is that ultimately we're giving China our data, which is whatever. You know, we give Facebook and Instagram our data, no problem, and then Facebook sells it to China. So like, what's the difference really? I don't care about that.
You took too long. You took too long to do something about it.
Yeah, it's too late now. Like, you can't ban TikTok because everyone uses TikTok. Like, my mother, who used to be extremely anti-social media, anti-Instagram, anti-everything, she sends me TikToks about conspiracy theories that TikTok at this point has a chokehold. There is no getting rid of it. There is no going back. It is TikTok's world. We are living in it.
Oh wow, that's a hot take. You know, it's just so crazy because it's like TikTok is very deliberate in its way. That's like you take the whole screen. It's not like sharing the screen. Advertisers have your sole attention
Exactly.
for 15, 20 seconds.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's like it's such a unique platform.
And you know what's crazy about TikTok?
Ari, do
Is
you have
that-
a TikTok or no?
Not
Smart
at
man.
the moment.
I
Smart
don't
man.
have a TikTok either, but
I have a
just-
TikTok. But you know what they do that drives me crazy? They literally block out the battery percentage. They block out the time. That most apps, you can see the time while you use it. TikTok, you can't see the time while you use
Really?
it. It covers the time. So you have no idea how long it is. Like, when you're
Oh,
watching...
wow.
I think YouTube does it when you do full screen, but other than YouTube and TikTok, like, other social media shows you the time when you use it. But not TikTok, not the app.
Wait, hold up a second.
Yeah, what about TikTok?
I'm gonna
That's
test that
crazy.
shit right now. Hold up. I'm pulling out my phone.
That when you're watching a TikTok video, it blocks out the time on top. It blocks out the
I'm
notifications.
gonna go to YouTube Shorts
Well, I don't
first.
have notifications, actually. Well, YouTube Shorts is not TikTok.
So what do you
Yeah, I
guys
can
think
see-
of the metaverse? Do you think that's gonna take off?
I haven't been following it, honestly. It seems
Oh,
weird.
I have
don't get
this
it.
huge. So I live on YouTube. I love YouTube,
Based.
and I watch this guy called Economics Explained
Uh-huh.
on YouTube.
I'm gonna interrupt you for a second.
Yes.
You're wrong. I can still see the time on TikTok.
Rip.
Yeah.
Flip it around. Maybe it's just my... Oh, I see why. Actually, I don't know why mine does not have that.
Yeah, I can see.
Maybe
it
it's
at
like
the
an
top.
Android Apple thing, because I have Android.
You need to update your phone,
But
or maybe because then it works on both for me.
Yeah, but going back to what I was saying regarding with economics explained, he talked about the metaverse, right?
Yeah.
And the idea of endless economic expansion, right? And
Looks like I was spreading misinformation.
I love spreading misinformation.
I love spreading it. If it helps my narrative, it's true. But sorry, continue.
Yeah, so the idea of the metaverse, right, and kind of the laws of economics is basically you have a limited amount of resources. How can we spread those resources in the best enough way to encourage, progression in society and productivity and all of that, right? So, but economics is based on a limited amount of resources, right? That's the whole concept of it.
Yeah.
The metaverse does not have a limited amount of resources, right? And the metaverse can have endless resources and endless economic opportunity. And there's a concept within the metaverse of, in essentially, building this alternate society. So, like, for argument's sakes, you're, Ari. You don't have a job in the real world. So you wake up at 8:30 a.m., you get on your Oculus Ones, and you log into SUNY, Oswego metaverse. And you have your avatar, and you go work at a Target outside of the SUNY Oswego metaverse, and people go into this Target to buy outfits for their virtual avatars and stuff
Why
for
would
their
they have
virtual
me do
dorm
it
room.
instead of an NPC?
Because it provides labor and it provides money and incentive for you. So, like, for argument's sakes, you get paid in real money.
Yeah.
Like, you get paid real money, air quotes. And then, after your shift, you just blink, get off your Oculus, and then you go back to, air quotes, the real world. But the problem is that people are worried the blur of the line. Like, Ready Player One? It's kind of like Ready Player One, where people like...
You're going to get so caught up in the metaverse.
Yeah.
Honestly, it seems kind of like a very fancy work from home. Like, I never got it. Like, it's just Zoom jobs, but over Facebook. Like, what's the point? It's like, it just seems like a very expensive way to make... like Nintendo Mii's, like for the Wii.
Yeah,
but
the way it looks right now is like that. But
once here's the thing: imagine if, right, we put an artificial limiter on the metaverse. So, like, for argument's sakes, so right now, I kind of use Minecraft as like a perfect example. Think of Minecraft. Think of Minecraft. That's all I do. Right? Minecraft, you have your server. You have multiple servers, thousands of servers.
Yeah.
But let's say we have 100 servers in this Minecraft metaverse world. And this 100 servers, you have a Minecraft world. You now have limited land, limited resources, limited stuff you can mine, right? So we can create artificial scarcity within this metaverse, drive up sales in virtual land for this metaverse.
It's a cool concept.
And people will have to be productive in this metaverse, because if everything is ever expanding, all right, you go to work, fuck this job, I can't get fired, I can, XYZ. But with an artificial scarcity within this Minecraft metaverse analogy, you have now land valuations that can go sky high. And, people are really buying land parcels in these metaverse servers. Like, it's actually happening. It's freaking insane.
To do a throwback, I think this is metaverse being up and coming, that they're counting on this being valuable in 10 years.
I think it is.
Right, I don't see it honestly.
Because, like, the closest they have to it right now is VR chat.
Yeah. It's just Zoom, though. It's just like putting like a me avatar over Zoom. Because all jobs are working on now.
It's not the same. No, I've seen somebody test out like a VR, like, metaverse type thing, where it was students in a classroom. Yeah. And then you can have students all across America that are nowhere near each other, but as soon as they put on the Oculus and the hands, they'll be put into like an automated classroom with this professor standing in front, and they can hear and see everything that they're doing.
So it's Zoom, but with like graphics.
It's like Oculus Rift, but used for real world activities, and there's billions of dollars involved.
And here's the thing about Zoom. There's still that barrier of a screen. There's that barrier. But with the metaverse is you're fooling your mind that you are in real life.
Yeah.
Right? That's the difference. It looks like real life. Like Zoom, we all know, like, I'm really just looking at a computer screen. But if you're in the metaverse, you think, wow, I'm actually in, like, the classroom.
I can walk around in this virtual world. I can interact. I can touch.
My favorite joke
world.
about the metaverse is, like, imagine you're walking back from, like, wow, like, I had such a great day. And someone, like, I guess a penguin with an AR, like, GTA comes out. And it's like, give me all your Bitcoin. I'm going to freaking kill you.
Bro, there is a...
Like, Sword Art Online, like, if you get shot in the metaverse, like, your character, do you have to pay to go to a hospital?
You gotta, like, pay, like, $1,000 just, like, in the real
imagine
world.
you have to pay to freaking, like, repair
your medical bills.
Oh, my God.
I see the metaverse as something that has potential, like, 30, 40 years from now as tech advances. Like, I think people putting money in the metaverse aren't being dumb. I think it's something that could have potential in the future, but as of right now, I just don't get it.
I need to ask Mark Zuckerberg if he intends, like, if somebody shoots your character in this metaverse world and your character, like, do you have to pay Meta or AKA Facebook to, like, repair your avatar? That's
Here's a
so
question,
out
though.
of pocket.
Are there guns in the metaverse? Because if you're making a metaverse in 2023, you can make it your ideal utopia. And would, like, a theoretical utopia made from scratch have a need for guns?
It's
like,
not.
GTA. We're making this GTA.
I don't know.
There will definitely be somebody.
If you're trying to, like, optimize $1 billion business, $1 trillion business, I don't know if you'd have guns.
There will definitely be somebody, like, another computer programmer to come up with that, and then, like, either work at Meta or work on their own. That's going to come up with that. 110%.
Like,
also, by the way, there's a great episode of Futurama that's just like this. You ever seen it? You ever seen that show?
Like, I've seen episodes of Futurama.
There's an episode where they all hook up to the internet and they can all go in and hang out and do whatever they want inside the internet, and they walk through these like doors, like, let's say, like, here, let's go on to this chat room, and they walk through a door and they're inside a private chat room talking with hookers and things like that.
Man, Futurama's a great show.
And then there's also, like, you get to play, like, laser tag while hooked up to the internet, so it's internet laser tag. Yeah, usually, if anybody knows what I'm talking about, go watch that episode. It's kind of the same thing.
It's just so crazy because
that's where my mind went to.
Like, I'm just thinking, like, imagine you're in, like, a Minecraft server and you're like, wow, I can't wait to go home, and you're, like, waddling, and it's just like, you know, a friggin' somebody in a creeper mask comes up with TNT, is like,
incredible.
I'm gonna steal all your chests, and imagine it, like, it's just so crazy,
bro. Like, in Ready Player One, remember, like, he gets all this, like, money from winning the competition, so he buys all this tech that makes him, like, feel like he's in the meta. Like, he'll feel like, let's say he buys, like, that bodysuit that if a character touches him, he can feel it in real life. That shit's gonna happen.
Like, and you know, have you ever seen the anime Sword Art Online?
Yes, I have.
I kind of also think there will be some
a good anime, by the way.
That is an amazing anime. Season 2 and 3. I
only saw the first season.
Oh, just stop it there. Just stop there with the first season. But anyways, do you know what Sword Art Online is, Ari?
No.
It's basically an anime that the whole concept of it is there's this creator, right, of this video game that it connects to your brain. Think of the metaverse, but the creator
all this, tech that connects to your brain.
But the creator locks everyone into the game, and if you die in the game, you die in real life, right? That's like the concept. But there's people in, you know, Sword Art Online world, right, that they have abandoned their real world life because, you know, in the anime it shows, like, people atrophying, like, they're just staying on their bed, and
like
people have abandoned, like, they fell in love with, like, other characters, had, like, virtual children and all this stuff, and it's like, I can definitely see people just, like, just becoming disassociated with the real world, said fuck the real world, like, my life is the metaverse. So, like,
they'll be like, it is so much better being somewhere that I can, you know, do whatever I want, be whoever I want, than it is being out in the real world.
No, if I ever fuck up my life, I'm going all in metaverse and VR. I'm gonna be like the king over there if something happens in real life.
Yeah, we're gonna go rob some people. I'll be the penguin with the AK with the top hat.
We're gonna shut down so many pools in Club Penguin if y'all get the reference.
I'm so glad they brought back Club Penguin.
No,
Me
it's
too.
gone now.
do you mean it's gone now?
No, I'm telling you, it's actually gone now. Like the Club Penguin that was back, I think like
My life
Disney
is
or
over.
something like copyrighted it. I'm so serious.
Hold on. I gotta,
Yeah, Brady,
no,
like,
no,
you
no,
gotta
I gotta
look
look
this
this up. I gotta look
like
this up.
Club
That's not
Penguin
funny.
2.0 or something like that.
I
It's
need
gone.
a third drink.
Like rest in peace to the homies. Junior
That's
1907.
crazy.
That was
Come on.
my old school Club Penguin name.
Yeah. I
All
don't
my
even-
puffles are dead.
I bet. Yeah.
This is why I
don't
drink.
even
Yeah.
remember what my screen.
Club
name was.
Penguin was so like you were the shit. Did you play Club Penguin?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that was like the igloo, like not the igloo, the snow hill, whatever. What was it?
Yeah.
The snow hill and the pizza shop were like my shit. That's where I always hung out.
Personally, I'm a Pop Tropica loyalist.
Wow, I didn't play.
You didn't
Pop
see everyone
Tropica.
play it?
No, but
You weren't with the middle school.
I literally just played Club Penguin.
It
I'm
was like
telling you.
15 of us playing Pop Tropica. You were not there?
I was on Club Penguin
Damn.
on these
So
servers. Yeah.
it was closed in 2017, and then a new alternative came up called Club Penguin Island,
Mhm.
but it was not the same, and it was shut down in just under 2 years.
Yeah, it was copyrighted probably by Bob Iger because he said. But what's crazy is it's
It
like,
says in a statement, Disney said child safety is a top priority
oh my
for the
God.
Walt Disney Company.
We're
And
not
are-
making money, aka.
And we are appalled by the allegations of criminal activity and abhorrent behavior on
Criminal
this
activity on Club
unauthorized.
Penguin.
To be
And-
fair, there definitely was because it was like an.
Well, it says and abhorrent behavior on this unauthorized website that is illegally using the Club Penguin brand and characters for its own purposes.
Wait, what was going on in this Club
Well,
Penguin?
essentially,
2.0?
Club Penguin was like hella unmoderated, so people were doing all sorts of shit in Club Penguin because, you know, in 2023, Club Penguin was mostly empty. People create their own chat rooms on there and just use it as like their own personal chat for whatever they want to do.
I remember I cursed somebody out on Club Penguin. I was banned.
I don't know. Maybe that was a server, but Club
Oh.
Penguin has allegations of that.
Really?
I wasn't there. Like I played Club Penguin once since like 2010.
That's crazy. I
No, the
remember
dojo
playing-
was always crazy on Club Penguin.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
dojo.
yeah.
That's what I might mean.
I remember playing that game so long. It was so much fun. All right.
Is that a wrap?
Might be.
Yep, that's a wrap.
Let's
I'm
go
gonna-
clubbing.
I'm gonna
Woo.
I'm gonna call it for this episode.
Woo.
We've been going on for
We
a
got
while.
hella controversial, huh?
Yeah.
So, thank you everyone for being here, listening to the episode. Mike,
Happy to be here. I'll see you guys in like 2 to 3 business months.
Alrighty.
Ari, thank you so much for being here
It
as
was
our
my
guest.
pleasure.
And Cameron, thank you so much for helping us out with the episode.
Thanks.
Really appreciate it. So, thank you everybody for listening. We'll see you guys next time.
See you next
See ya.
time.
Au revoir.
Bye.